Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be creating pages and posts. You are now looking at an article that has been written and formatted in Microsoft Word. And what we want to do now is we want to take that article that we've written and we want to place it or post it inside of our WordPress site. Now you can actually do the writing ahead of time in Microsoft Word or your favorite word processing software, and then you'll have a document that looks something like this. Now what we need to do before we start moving this content over to WordPress, we want to take out all of the code that might be in it. And the way that we do that is we're going to move all of this into a text document first. And all we'll need to do is we'll need to select all. We'll Control-C and copy it, and then we will cut and paste this content into a text document. So now we have our content into a text document. There is no more code involved. And so what we can do now is we can now copy all of this code. We can really just go and select it all and then copy it. We're going to come back to our WordPress document and we'll decide on whether or not we want to use a post or a page. So we're going to start by doing a post. So we're going to click Add New. And we're going to give our post a title. Now we actually copied that content in there already. So we're going to take this content. We're going to cut it and we're going to put the title here. Now the WordPress editor works for the most part like any other editor. We can take out some of the space. And then we have some reasonable confidence that our article is going to appear in this way. Now there are some other things that we can do with this content before we finalize it. And in order to do that, we want to go over to the visual editor. And in order to go over to the visual editor, we're just going to click this link. And we'll get a sense for how our article is actually going to look. Now, one of the things that we can do in order to keep our content uniform when we post anytime inside of our WordPress document is to work with things like subtitles. And we can do that by highlighting the subtitle and making the change in this area. We can typically use one of the headings. We make it easy to be consistent in our posts. So in this particular case, we're going to change this to heading 4. We're going to change all of the subtitles to heading 4. Now in some cases when we are doing a post, we are going to want to hyperlink some of the content in it. And in order to do that in WordPress, it is very easy to do. All we'll need to do is to go and highlight the actual content that we want to hyperlink. Then we'll click the link. And then we'll place the URL to the clickable link that we want it to be. And we'll click the arrow. And we can do that for any of the content throughout our document. Now, one other important thing that we can do with this content is that we can actually place an image inside of the text. And we can do that by placing the cursor where we want the image to be. And then we can then click Add Medium because we're literally going to insert an image. Now, if we didn't have the image that we wanted to insert, we would click Upload Files. And then we're going to find a file on our hard drive. Okay, once we have the file in our hard drive, we'll import it into our document. And what you're going to notice is that this photo doesn't quite look the way we would want it to look. And so we can actually go in and change some of these settings. And we can do so that our text will actually align with our image. And we can actually have it align to the left. And we can update it. And then our text will wrap around that image as well as the title. And then once we have completed the post, all we would have to do is click Publish. Once we've done that, then we can actually go and review our post, and our content is in place along with our widgets. Now, one of the things that you'll notice is that this post was placed in our Team Victory category. Now, what we can do is when we start to come up with new posts and new categories for our team, we can actually then start to place new information here. And we can create a new category by writing it in, actually inside of our post. So we can create a category that's called Events, and then all we'll need to do is to click Add New Category. Once we do that, then we can take this out, and then we're going to click Update for our post. Now, one thing that you'll notice right away is that our URL has changed, and our URL now reflects the fact that this post is now in the Events category. And this is what you'll want to do as you post. You want to make sure that you are putting your post into the right category, or at least the ones that you desire to have them in. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to go through 3 things to make your site instantly unique to brand your business. We are now looking at the outside of our site, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the dashboard area. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the menus. And we're going to do that by going to the appearance, and we're going to go to this link that says menus. Now you're going to notice that our site has 4 topics across the top menu. And what we want to do is we want to customize that. We want to change that to something that our team is going to find more approachable. So as we're inside of the menu area, what we're going to do is we're going to change some of these categories. So for example, we're going to change this to from About to About Team Victory. We're going to change the blog category to the Team Victory Diaries or Journal. And we're going to change the contact information, and we're actually going to remove this. And we'll talk about this a little bit more as we get to that section about our contact page. We're going to add in a custom link instead. And so we're going to create a custom link, and we're going to place that in the menu. So once we've done that, we're going to click Add to Menu. And we're actually going to move this up. Once we've done that, then we're going to click Save Menu. And then we'll go back and take a look and see what our menu looks like now. And you'll see now that we have fully customized our menu. We now want to customize what our team sees when they come to our site. So we're going to go to the Customize button. We're going to go to the header media. And you're going to notice a couple of things here. Now, this header media is actually going to be this image. And we can change this image. So we can change this to something else. Now, the thing that we want to recognize is that the image needs to be of a certain size. It needs to be 2000 by 1200 pixels. However, we can go one step further and we can actually add a video. That video can have a URL on YouTube, and it can be something that really reflects who our team is. It can be a video of our team or something that we have done where we have actually been celebrating some of the victories that we've had, or a live event, or something that we want people to see when they come to the site. So we're just going to go to YouTube and get a URL. And we can find any URL. We can grab the link address, and we can come back and actually add that URL in this section. Once we have it there, then we click Save and Publish. And now this will be the image of this video that people will see when they actually come to the site. So while the video is loading, it's going to show the header image. So this is a great way for us to customize our site right away. Now the third area that we can actually go and customize our site It's going to be in the categories area. And one of the things you're going to notice is that there's going to be one general category that all of our posts are going to go into. And so what we want to do right away is we want to rename that uncategorized area to something that is recognizable to us. So we're going to call that Team Victory. So that the default category for all of our posts are going to be Team Victory. We go back to categories, and of course we can definitely add more categories, but we've changed this from uncategorized now to Team Victory. And so we'll see the same thing if we go to the settings area and we go to the writing tab. And we'll notice that the default post category is going to be Team Victory. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.